decoration, I'm going to create a wafer paper band like the one I've got here that you can put all the way around your cake. It's a really quick, easy way of adding some intricate decorations. So I'm going to show you how you do this. I'm going to move that out of the way to start with. You will need a sheet of wafer paper like the one I've got here, and I'm using a yellow one because I'm going to make the pattern gold. So if I start with yellow, it makes life easier. I've got a punch, and this is one I happened to get online. I think it actually came from the States, and it's a wonderful punch in that if you look at these patterns here, I can actually put this all over this sheet of paper and have basically a sheet that will go wrap around the cake too, but I'm just going to do a band today to show you. It's also, if you got 4 magnets, so the way it works is the 4 magnets here line up with those. If I put them the wrong way around, then they just repel each other and it just doesn't work. So it tells you which way around it has to be. The other thing you need, if you want to make it gold or whatever colour you want, a metallic that is, you'll need some dust, and I've got a little bit of glaze as well, because I find that works best with this intricate paper, and you get that really nice intense depth of colour. So let me show you how I've punched out this pattern. So first of all, you need to place the wafer paper on top, line it up. Oops, I think we'll just do that again because it jumped. The magnets are quite powerful, so be careful. And then just press down like so, and then you've instantly got a lovely pattern. Now, it's very clever because what you do is you line those up. So I'm lining this up here with the pattern that's printed on the punch itself. And when I'm sure that's in place, I carefully press the next one. So now I've got 2, and I'm going to keep going. So I'm going to carefully line that up. You do need to be really careful, and you need to make sure when the magnets bite, so to speak, that it doesn't move the paper. Right, that's the next one. So I'll go right the way along here, like so, and keep doing that until I've got right to the end of the paper, etc, etc. Now, if you do want to go over the whole of the paper, what you can then do is you line it up down here. I will show you this because I've already got the one I've cut. Oh no, oops, can you see what's happened there? This is now no longer lined up, which means that if I did punch it, it would spoil the pattern. So I'm going to remove that and carefully make sure that that is all lined up. And now that it is, I'm going to very carefully press. So that's the next one, and you can continue until the whole of that sheet is completely covered with punches. Okay, so we'll get out the way now. So you're obviously left with bits which you need to dispose of. I'll pop those to one side. Now what I do with this to create, let me bring this in, that strip, is I get my craft knife and I cut a straight line using a ruler all the way along each side there. So I've got a nice border around the pattern. Right, to colour it, you'll need some paper, and I tend to just use scrap paper here. Now, the paper itself, the wafer paper, has 2 sides. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. It's got a smooth side, which is this one, but you can feel it with your fingers, and it's got a rough side, and you need the rough side uppermost to be able to paint. So the paint just absorbs into the paper itself. So what I'm going to do is bring in the colour here. So I'm going to dip my brush into the glaze. I'm going to mix it with the dust. This is edible metallic dust. And I'm just going to paint it. Oops. Let me just pop it up. There we are, up the screen a little bit better. Now, the beautiful thing about glaze, of course, is you can put a number of coats on quite quickly, and it dries really quickly as well. It means it's easy to handle. So I'll quickly do this, and then you'll see the effect that it has. And it's just a lovely way of adding an intricate pattern. And of course, no one knows how you've created it. The hardest part is finding the punches in the first place. So I got mine from America, but they're paper punches, and you must make sure they're the stainless steel ones, but I think most of them are. And that obviously you only use them for sugar craft, you don't use them for paper as well. Okay, so if I lift this up now, and I move it, oh, put it onto a clean piece of paper, there we are. You can see what a lovely effect it is, and that now you can simply wrap that round a cake. You can make it, oh, be careful there, look, I've broken it already, that was me being too eager. It is very delicate, so that demonstrates to you how delicate it is. But that actually wouldn't matter because you're going to stick it to the side of the cake. And the way I do that is use a very light brush and just have it a little bit damp, because what happens with wafer paper, it dissolves when it comes in contact with water. So I just put a little bit of water on the back and then just wrap it around the cake and make sure it stays in place.